welcome to another episode of Car Chapter, and in this video we're gonna go ahead and then get the 30,000 mile maintenance and oil change on the BMW 440. And then I have to say, if you haven't seen my last video where I got the new 763M wheels for the Beamer, you should go ahead and check it out now. But I want to say that the wheels, after having it installed for about a week or so, has been great so far. And then the handling difference between the run flats and then the Michelin all-season tires I have, and then the wheels are night and day. It feels a little bit lighter than what it used to be, but when you put it in a sport mode, it's so much lighter now, because back when I had the original tires, when I put it in sport mode, it would be so heavy. But I guess that depends on each person on how they like their steering heavy. But for me, the input and feedback you get from the wheels when it was in sport mode and when it was in comfort mode wasn't a big difference, but the significant difference in the weight of the steering bothered me a bit. But now it's pretty perfect. And you could call the 440 a 440 CS version now. No, I'm just joking. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that. And if you're living somewhere in the Midwest, I hope you're warm, because over here in Atlanta, I'm shooting this on Wednesday, January the 30th, and it is about 27 degrees out here right now. And then for Atlanta, this is cold, but maybe for those of you who live in the northern states, you're already used to the cold. But I hope you guys stay warm. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but we just passed the 30,000 mark, and it's such a coincidence that I'm taking it to the dealership to get the maintenance now. Got the service completed, and as you can see, she's really dirty because I haven't had much chance to wash it and properly detail it. So I just finished, and then turns out to be much faster than I thought, considering there was a lot of people waiting. And when I say a lot of people, I only mean like 4 or 5. I can't remember exactly, but usually these kind of maintenance they take a while, like 2-3 hours. But I don't know why today only took 1 hour, but I'm grateful for that. And as you can see now, I'm more energetic than before I got the service, because coffee, can't live without them. I'm not a coffee guy, but I'm not a morning guy either. And then when I wake up in the morning and then it's freezing outside, I need something to wake me up. But the service went much faster, because she said that there was no problems at all with my car. And then I found that surprising, because I thought they would at least find a couple of things, being at it's 30,000 miles and it's a BMW, and then I expected something, brakes, filters, whatever. But right now I'm at 30,000 miles, and then I haven't had a single issue with the car. And then honestly, that's pretty amazing. I mean, before I've owned this BMW, I had I had a Honda Accord V6, the last V6 that they ever made, and then and that one still at least had some problems at 20,000 miles or so, and then and then it's you know, with with all the bad reputation that BMW gets when it comes to reliability. I mean, as far as me owning the 440, it hasn't been much of an issue. I mean, reliability issues with higher with higher model BMWs are notorious. So being a 440 has a B58 engine, and in a sense it's a new engine, I thought that it would have at least some problems down the line, but there's no problems. Not the brakes, not the AC, not the system. The only thing I found was that I thought was to be a problem was when the engine's on idle and in comfort mode or comfort mode. I think it's only on comfort mode. I'm not sure what happens in idle when it's in sport mode, but because I never put it in sport mode when it's on idle. But when you go outside, inside of the engine bay, you hear like like a clanking noise, like I don't know, like like it's like a rattling noise inside the engine bay. But when I told the service advisor to check about this problem, she said that these are kind of common with the 340s, with the 440s. So take it for what it's worth. But if you own a 340 and you have, or a 440 or 240 or M240i, and please comment below, and then tell me about your experience when the car is idling. I want to make sure that it's completely that it's completely normal. It's not an isolated issue. If it's an isolated issue, then I have to go back. But for now, I'm pretty satisfied with how the car is performing, with how the car is reliable, and honestly, ever since, okay, back up. So I haven't told you that I bought this car certified pre-owned, and then when I bought it, when I took delivery, it had about 14,100 miles, and then now it's at 30,000 miles. And then I've done a couple of road trips, like 700-mile road trips on this 440, and then it's never given me any problems, and I've never had to spend one dime on maintenance costs, because when I bought it certified pre-owned, they also had a maintenance package that lasts all the way to 35,000 miles. So the next oil change that we're gonna get is gonna be at 35,000 miles, because gotta take advantage of these maintenance packages. And then from that point on, I'll just head over to Solo Motorsports for my regular maintenance, and then that's probably when I'm gonna tune the 440 once it's out of maintenance package issues. But anyhow, I'm loving the 440. The fact that I've ran it 16,000 miles, and all I had to do was spend money on gas and the wheels and the tires. Well, the wheels aren't that bad to begin with. I'll show you here. So as you can see here, these are all the tire wear of my old 400M wheels, and then these are the original run flats that came with the car. These are the Goodyear Efficient Grip run flats, and after 30,000 miles, they still have good wear to them, especially the rear. It's just that the front, just that the passenger and the driver's front side their wear are uneven. You can see here, and the rears, I could still actually put a bunch of miles into them, but it's just that I decided to change the wheels. And if you haven't already, check out a video about the tire wear at 30,000 miles. 763M wheels makes this 440 makes my 440 a 440 CS version. So, and it catches a lot of stairs, and then they're just looking at, isn't this supposed to be a CS version? I mean, an M3 and M4 CS wheel, but you know, I just like the attention, but I do know that I need to wash the car, and then I need to detail it, because I'll be honest with you, I haven't detailed and washed the car since late October, and that was the last time that the weather was still kind of normal back here in Atlanta, ever since November ish, I think. And then in November, I didn't have time, I didn't think to do a detail or a proper wash, because it was just fresh off the last detail. And then and I do my own details. I like detailing cars. I mean, if there's one thing that you should know, that when you detail cars and you put on a set of headphones, you can be it's pretty amazing on how relaxing it is, you know. Even though it's tiring, it's pretty relaxing. And then there's that peace of mind that since you did the detail yourself, that you know that you're gonna do a very good job at it. I'm not a very good detailer, because I've just learned how to detail, but I like detailing my own cars. And even though it's a lot of time spent out of my hands, it's a lot of time put into my cars. And then that's just something, like, for me, I mean, in my opinion, a car enthusiast would appreciate. And it's been raining here in Atlanta a lot, and then today, when I'm recording this video, it's freezing. It's almost 11 o'clock a.m. and then it's still only 30 degrees, and then with the wind it feels like about 20 something degrees, and then, which is crazy. So I'm not gonna detail in this freezing weather. And then I'll probably wait until around March, because I've read on a couple of articles that February it's gonna be the coldest month before we get to spring. So probably gonna do a full-on detail then, you know, like compound, clay bar, you know, there's a lot of dirt, and then it's gonna look shiny then. But now it gets dirty and dirtier. So don't blast me for the 440 being dirty. It's just that I don't want it dirty. It's just that I can't help it, because I have no time to wash it. And then I honestly don't think that the hand car washes do a good job in the winter, because it's cold and their workers are probably freezing themselves to death. So yeah, I'll wait until then. But anyhow, that's it for the 440. As far as maintenance and reliability costs nothing. Zero from the 16,000 miles that I've had it. And then when I did bought it in the Carfax, the only problem that this car had was that the left housing on the fog lights, it was loose, and then it came off, so the dealer had to replace it under warranty. But as far as driving mechanics goes, driving mechanics, electronics, and everything, nothing's wrong with the car. Nothing's ever been wrong with the car. And then I am relieved. I have the certified pre-owned warranty, and then I like warranties, don't get me wrong, but I'm glad to not have to use warranties. You know that feeling that even though you bought a set of extra warranties, you don't have to use them. That's good, because warranties are like umbrellas. You keep them in place so that for when it rains, you have something to shelter you about. Yeah. But that's it for 30,000 miles. We're heading towards 40,000 miles, and then I'll probably drive the BMW, the 440, a little bit less now, because I don't really want to run too many miles into it, because I'm planning on keeping this really long term. So, and since I'm gonna tune it, I'm probably really not gonna drive it much aside from just work. But that's what the Stinger is for. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if I haven't been as energetic as I used to be, or if the content kind of or the content kind of sucks today. I mean, it's freezing outside, and then I can't really record in the dealer because there was so much noise and then so much people talking around me that it was just that that I don't want all their blah 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 to catch on in the video, and then I don't want to disturb them when they're doing their work, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so, and then continue to help support me to help this channel grow. And then for those of you that have already subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. And from now towards the future, this channel is gonna keep on improving. The videos are gonna keep on improving. Productions are gonna keep on improving. The way I talk to you is gonna keep on improving. The sound is gonna keep on improving. So if you have any suggestions for my videos, for my channel, please go leave a comment below. And then if you haven't seen some of my recent videos, click on the description and then go check them out. And then subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram, so send me a message, send me a comment, whatever. I'll be there to reply to you, and then just talk. I love to chat. But for now I gotta get home, get some breakfast, and then this video is that's it for this video, and then see you on the next one.